Let's talk about content, guys. The music is going off, and it is now time to look at the trailer for No Quarter, and probably the release page as well. We'll talk about that and all of the good stuff that we're going to be getting out of that. So yeah, let's have a look at the... let's have a look at this trailer, guys. Let's get into this trailer, guys. Are you ready? Are you ready for Guild Wars 2 trailer action? I hope you guys like React content, because React content is on its way right now. We will react to this live on stream. I'm going to hide the motor thing here as well, just so we can get a bit more space on the stream. All right, let's go. Are you guys ready to react? I wonder how loud this is going to be. This might be pretty fucking loud. Okay. That should be about right. Hang on. Wait, there's still... The game sound is weirding me out. Hang on, that needs to stop. Wait, Mike is crying. That's why... whoa, what the hell? That's weird. Okay, here we go. Ooh. I wonder if the trailer has no voice acting either, by the way. ArenaNet. I'll narrate this for you guys. Don't worry. Civil war is upon us. The United Legions against Bangar's Dominion forces. Ooh. New map. Drizzlewood Coast. World versus world themed. Map-wide event. Helicopters. Gaming. Tanks. Tanks being lifted by helicopters. Ooh. New weapons. Check that out, guys. So look at that. You got brand new weapons there. Play dead emote. New strike mission. No Quarter. And that's coming out on the 26th. Let's go back over a few things. I mean, the trailer looks pretty cool. Yeah, I think, the lack of voice acting definitely does kind of take a little bit of punch out of that, of course, right? And, that's unfortunate. But I still think we see a lot of cool action here, right? You can kind of see that at the start of the story here, you're going to have almost like a treaty between the two Char factions, right? But there's obviously not going to be an agreement there. We see our side kind of going like, oh, shaking their head, not really happy with that situation. And then the entire map is going to be this kind of like verdant, very nice green area, which looks really cool. I really like this. You've got cool underwater stuff. You've got and check this out, guys. You've even got, look, you've got like propaganda. It's like very like role play. This is going to be war here. It's going to be dropping like leaflets on people to demoralize them and stuff like that. It's kind of interesting. And then here's the map you can see here. And they actually just like flat show us the map in-game. This is how it's going to look in-game. And you can see that you do have these kind of world versus world style territories here, right? Like you have the red, which is presumably the enemy, the blue, which is probably our guys, right? And then also the neutral area here, right? You can see that gray outline. It's just normal map stuff, indeed. And no, the map looks kind of complicated. You've got lots of winding pathways about the place, and I imagine there'll be a lot of events. And you can see that you've got objectives to capture here, right? You've got Fort Defiance over here on the left. That's something you can capture. There's a mine over here. There's the Umbral Grotto, of course. That's a Guild Wars 1 location. So we actually kind of have a bit of an idea of where we're going to end up overall on the map too. And you can see this, there's even a new port here, Port Cascadia, and you have Breakroot Basin. I wonder if that's going to be a jumping puzzle. Like that to me kind of screams jumping puzzle. Right in the center there, it's kind of got like some structures here that look like you could climb on them and jump up there. I could see that definitely being there. And yeah, it's all going to be part of this massive overarching meta event where you have to, take over the entire map, presumably. Like, I'm really curious to see what happens. Like, presumably you have to control the whole map, then something else happens, and it maybe culminates in an epic boss fight, and all the NPCs will try and attack you and capture you. Honestly, this sounds like a really interesting map concept. Should be a little bit Should be quite fun to play through there. And yeah, it's good that we are going to this new environment here. Like I think it zooms out a little bit in a bit, and you can kind of see where it actually is overall. Actually, well, maybe not then actually. I don't know. I thought there was like a shot where you can see it in the context of the world map, but maybe not. I think someone got that, but never mind. Yeah, it's good shit. Is it me or does the map look quite similar to the Savari starter map? Well, I think it will because it's green, right? Like it's going to be a very intense green. And we have this new mastery here as well. So it's going to be what's it called here? United Legion Way Station. So this one, I think this one's going to be in the context of the map here, right? So within the map, you're going to be able to use the United Legion points around the map to maybe assist in taking out your enemies. It looks like you can set up like a trap here of some kind, or put down a bomb and then the char get knocked away from it. And then getting blown all over those. You've got these new weapon skins, so some pretty cool skins coming through here. Doubtless of playing the content. You got a new emote as well for doing all the achievements, and of course for probably doing a World vs. World reward track as well, PvP reward track too. So you get the play dead emote, which I guess I guess you just die, right? You just die, and then you can just like slide around the ground dead or something like that, which is kind of fun. But yeah, new rewards, weapons skins, armor set, and helm set. Wow. You know, this is impressive, like very impressive that they're able to do the armor skins. Because bear in mind, guys, right? ArenaNet are famous for saying that it takes them 9 months to create a new armor set in the game, which is probably not something you want to be admitting. But yeah, they're actually really cranking them out this time, getting a new armor set in the game, and all of them look quite roleplay, right? You know, I kind of like it. It's good to have something that isn't the fantastical, over shiny stuff, right? It's good to have something that's a little bit more down to earth. So, kind of like the look of this, all these skins, like very rugged and warlike, right? You know what I mean? And now we have a new strike too, and yeah, it's nice. And it looks like, I mean, this is so fucking cool, dude. It's Randy Orton with the RKO. Here he comes, blah. That's fucking stuff. So it looks like there are going to be 3 bosses that you're going to engage here. You can see that you've got a more mobile version. Like, oh, wait, is this like a Mega Man reference or something like that, dude? Like the way he's firing his arm here, like, very Mega Man to me. Like the way he's firing that with the blue projectile coming out there. But yeah, looks like some really fun boss fights here with these 3 bosses. You've got the Minotaur. The Icebrood giant guy here, and then you've also got the Icebrood Colossus or whatever it is, but a little bit smaller here. So it looks like there's 3 mini bosses you have to fight, and that would be really interesting if you have to fight all of them at the same time and divide your attention between them. If you fight them one at a time, I guess that's cool too. But yeah, I don't know, a good trailer. I think there's some pretty cool animations there. Guild Wars 2, there it is. Ooh, very, very nice indeed. Very, very, very nice. I like it. I like it. So yeah, I mean, it looks good. In terms of features, it's looking fairly strong, right? They're not really giving anything away with the story. I think maybe this might be almost like a very map-driven thing here, where you're going to have a lot of the content, a lot of the story is told through the map. The map itself might be the vessel for explaining what's going on here. Like it seems like a very straightforward. This episode is you are going to fight the bad men, right, in an all-out war and try and capture this. Like, and I think there's some really interesting things there, because I guarantee you some interesting stuff is going to happen when you either fully win and fully lose, right? So when you fully capture the map, something's going to happen, and when you fully get captured, something else is going to happen too. I hope it isn't really easy. That would be a bit sad if it was a really, really trivial encounter, but I don't know. I think it should be. It should have a bit of replayability to it with if this happens, right? And it could be a very dynamic experience, right? That would be good. I actually like that. Like, hopefully it is a really dynamic experience, because that's something that Guild Wars 2 has always struggled with, having these very static maps that don't really feel very alive. Like, there's not much living world in a lot of the Guild Wars 2 living world maps, and they are definitely trying to change that with this new map concept here, right? With this new Drizzlewood Coast. I love the look of it. I love the look of the environment here. It looks fucking great. It looks really, really cool. I can't wait to get inside that map and have a look. And look, of course, we're going to have to get the squad together and go crazy and get in there and take over the entire map. Should be a lot of fun. I like the trees. You know, this is something that I think Guild Wars 2 actually doesn't do amazingly a lot of the time, is that sense of scale. And I like that they're changing that now. Look how tall the trees are. Look how big stuff is here. This is something that Guild Wars 2, I find often you don't feel small in the world like you do in a game like, well, WoW Classic is a great example where you feel tiny in the actual game world. And that, I think that's a really immersive thing, to feel like the world is actually big. So yeah, this is good. good stuff. I like the overall design of the map. You know, in terms of story, like I said, they haven't really given anything away, but yeah, it looks like a fun event to get into. It's good to have a new strike mission as well. And, you know, new mastery is good too. I think there's actually a little bit more detail on the mastery if we go over to this site here. If you go over to the No Quarter site, I believe it gives us a little bit more detail on what's going on with some of these masteries, I think. So, yeah, as I said, this is going to be May 26th. And look, I'm just going to say, guys, like, we'll get kind of the only negative out of here. Like, this is a long wait. It will have essentially been 4 months since the last Living Story update, which does suck. But at the end of the day, COVID-19 is here, so yeah, we can't really read too much into that. It's unfortunate, and it would have come sooner if not for that. But yeah, there you go. So it's a bit rough. Vision doesn't count, guys. Like, I don't know why people say this stuff. Like, there's no reason why you should say that. Visions of the Past is not Living Story. It doesn't count. It's not the same type of content. And it was supposed to be going a 2-month schedule there as well. It doesn't count. Simple as that, guys. It's supposed to be in addition to Living Story, not as a replacement for it. That's never what it was supposed to be. But yeah, I don't know. They've got a lot on their plate right now. They've had to restructure their company because of the coronavirus. And of course, they are working on the expansion as well. So there's a lot going on at ArenaNet right now. But there you go. So if we look at the overview here, we've got a new map. We've already kind of gone over that. A new mastery, United Legion's way station synchronization. Take advantage of the United Legion way stations throughout the Drizzlewood Coast and gain special action skills to aid you in the battle. Now, seems fairly basic. Like, this is like this is very much the map specific one. This is going to be very relevant to Drizzlewood Coast, not anywhere else. But notice this, guys, and this is that extra detail I was talking about. The Essence Manipulation Mastery tracks expand with a 4th tier, allowing you to use your special action skills on enemies regardless of their essence. Skills will chain to nearby enemies with bonus damage if their essence is aligned to the skill. Well, that seems actually insanely devastating, because that means you're going to be having like these massive damage chain AoE knockdowns on mobs, which sounds very strong right there. That's certainly going to be a big upgrade there. But actually, that means we're getting essentially 4 new masteries with this patch. So the mastery level is going to go up if you care about that sort of thing. So yeah, there you go. A new strike mission is going to be survive an onslaught from waves of Dominion forces, culminating in a final intense battle. Ooh, this is going to be one that people skip, because I bet that's going to take a while. I wonder if that's going to be more of a long-form strike mission there. That might take a little while to get done. By the sounds of that, actually. I mean, look, sounds pretty cool. But yeah, anything like Necro, Comedy, Firebrand is obviously going to be god tier there with the amount of cleave that has. And I wonder how gold works there. Maybe killing the NPCs spawns them faster. I certainly hope it's like that. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a lot of downtime, a lot like Bandit Trio. Hopefully, it isn't like that. But yeah, it seems like you kill a bunch of trash mobs, and then you end up fighting these 3 bosses by the looks of that at the end. I wonder if you fight them sequentially or together. That's an interesting thing. I prefer together. I think having a bit of chaos is a lot of fun. Like the 3 bosses come and try and take you out at the last moment. But yeah, that should be cool. It's always good to see new strikes. I mean, look, at the end of the day, guys, I'm just going to say it. This is your raid content, guys, okay? This is raiding now. It's all you're going to get. There will be no new raids in Guild Wars 2, at least until the expansion, you know? I'm really sorry about that, but that's simply how it is, guys. That is how it is. There will not be raids for a very, very long time. So strikes are what we have to kind of sustain ourselves on for a little while at least. And yeah, another thing they did really well in this episode and showed off here is that there is a huge amount of new rewards, loads of weapon sets, armor, a new emote, and loads of different like little helmets and various other individual pieces of armor there, all very warlike. You can kind of see it here. You know, you've got this almost like wow, people are gonna love this druid set, dude. Okay, I think that looks really cool actually. People are gonna role play hard there. You got like a bear head on your head, very cool. You got kind of like, you know, honestly, you know what this reminds me of? You know, the color scheme and this very kind of like sleek yet angular design. It reminds me of the Brotherhood of Nod a lot actually, from CNC. Like, it looks really cool. Like, these kind of warlike armor set on the char looks cool. And these weapons are honestly not bad either. The weapons look pretty cool. They've got a bit of animation there. You can see the shine going down on all these weapons. Like there's almost like a bit of electricity inside the core of these weapons. Looks fucking good, actually. I like it. I like where this is going with these skins. You know, I'd say if you're into skin hunting, this is definitely going to be a good episode indeed. Not shiny enough. I think it's good to have non-shiny stuff though. Like, I think too much shiny kind of really pulls you out of the game. I think it's good to have some down-to-earth stuff, and that's what ArenaNet's going for here, I think. So well done, ArenaNet. We're gonna have a look at some of these screenshots here. We've got this. Ooh, look at that. He's got. Oh, looks like there's gonna be a backpack skin full of weapons then, and that actually, those are like the machined weapons from HOT there, and that certainly fits in with the Char's theme, of course, there, which is pretty good. Let's have a look at the next screenshot there. Oh wow, look at that. Lovely. Yeah, this is the kind of environment I really like, actually. Look at that. You've got that greenery, but you've got this kind of rugged structuring about that kind of wooden structure. Like this I love this, man. Like, this is some of my favorite design in Guild Wars 2. Like I actually really like how Cliffside Fractal looks, and this really reminds me of Cliffside Fractal a little bit. This looks great. Kind of like those subtle kind of lighter greens and oranges and yellows. Oh man, from a visual perspective, I think this episode is going to be amazing. This is not the best screenshot because the fog is messing it up, but it still looks pretty cool. Then you've got, this is the kind of like the druid bear set here. Well, looks like that. Wow, you can get bear claws. That's pretty big. And of course, you know, as some of you guys are pointing out, it's a decent set for Kumas as well, if you're into that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's good. That looks like a pretty cool set, actually, especially the gloves. I think the gloves are going to be very, very popular with that as well. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. You got the little plants, you got a bit of water there, and you got these kind of cave tunnelway systems. Oh, it's good. And then you've got the battlefield, right? Like, this is fucking Vietnam right here, dude. Look at this. Okay, you've got this destroyed landscape here, but you got houses and stuff. Very nice. Oh, it looks like there's going to be... Wait, is this still on the same thing? Oh, yeah, because here's the thing. Actually, you're going to see the blending of these two environments coming together, right? Because it's not only this woodland-themed area, it is also going to be us moving down from the mountains into this area. And wait, can someone link that shaman thing again, where the map actually is? Here we go. Cephix found it for me. So here we go. This is where it's actually, where the map actually is. So the map is going to be positioned like this, and there might be there's a bit more at the top, as you can see here, right? But we're basically moving down and to the left, but we still have this icy area here, right, on the right-hand side of the map, connecting with the port, and then you have the other stuff over here. Now, this is interesting, because we're actually going to intersect with another Guild Wars 1 dungeon, which is Vloxen Excavations, which I believe contained like a whole bunch of undead stuff, right? And then the end boss, was the end boss Zoldark in Vloxen's Excavations, guys? Or am I crazy? Like, I think I'm right there, I believe. So you've got that all the way at the end of Vloxen Excavations. So I wonder if he's still here, because he's not really killable, right? He's kind of like an undead meme, right? So, you know, it's potentially like he could be there. One's going to just portal to the new map. Well, we might boat there, right? We might boat there, Sassy, right? Because there's a port here. So it would make sense if we kind of get here by boat, potentially, right? Vision of the past. Yeah, it could be a vision of the past, but they haven't advertised that they're adding one, so there won't be a vision of the past added to the game. But this is more of like a fun thing, and we might be able to explore this location, which is also linked with the dwarves, because I believe wait, what wasn't it? Dwarves excavating, Vloxen Excavations, I believe. And then encountering that, so there might be some dwarf stuff here as well for the lore buffs about the place. But yeah, there we go. If we go into the game, we can kind of see exactly where that is. We can see how we might reach there. Hang on, let's have a look. If we zoom out a little bit, we become a true zoomer. Oh, hang on. Wait, this is not good. I need to log on to a character that's actually done some exploration. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get in the mix, dude. Got back from mail. They won't be doing it with their team. Ah, unfortunate. Oh, well. Such is life, my friends. Zoldark the Unholy. Exactly. Zoldark the Unholy, precisely. He's going to be a gamer. He could still be there, right? I mean, it depends. Or, you know, some reference to him might be there. So that'll be a good episode if you're into Guild Wars 1. But so you can see that where we're going to be ending up going is actually around here, right? Like, we're going about here on the map. So how would we get there? Oh, this is a pretty damn good question, how we're actually going to get there. Because there's no real way out of Bura Marches. That the map, it might end up fairly disconnected, unfortunately, but I'm sure there'll be some reason. I mean, we can always fly there by helicopter, I suppose, and, you know, get on the chopper, but, you know, we are going to have to get all the way over here. And eventually we might end up encountering Bastion of the Penitent, because we're very close to Bastion of the Penitent right now, you know, we really are. Do you think the balance patch will come before at the same time as the next saga? This is the interesting thing, actually. There is another patch coming on the 19th, because they've got enough gem store stuff until the 19th, I believe. So they could do it then, but the monthly is 4 days after that, and I'm not sure if they'll really adjust it that soon. So realistically, I think it will probably come at the same time. So the next balance patch, I'm sorry, PvP friends, you've got another 3 weeks of Condi Thief to enjoy. Sorry about that, but yeah, it's probably going to be another three weeks of Condi Thief. Enjoy it. Embrace it. And just love it. I know you guys like Condi Thief. I know you enjoy it. I know you love it. So just fucking deal with it, I guess. Right? Deal with it. Yeah, I think that's kind of basically it for the trailer there. You can see that you do have this, still have this icy theme, and some of them out there at least, and you can see a good set of the helmet here. I believe is going to be a new helmet. A new focus skin too, and then you also have just a bit of the battle here. You can see that this one's been captured by the blue team here. You can see the blue guard here, and the NPCs are going to attack it. And honestly, look, if they pull this off well, this could be a really fun map to play. Actually, it looks really, really cool the way this is going to play out. There's some nice architecture there with the water wheel, and I think we're back to the now we're back to the start, I believe. I think so, anyway. Yep, we are now back to the start with all this stuff there. You can see some char gaming going on there. You've got this big bad MC. He's got like a blue ball there he's going to throw at us there, which is kind of juicy. I think that's basically about it for the trailer. We've kind of gone through all of that. Looks like a really cool episode, but the only cloud is that it, unfortunately, is going to be a bit of a wait on the 26th. And, you know, this is a very important time for ArenaNet, and I know it's not a good time because of the virus, but, yeah. It's, they need to nail this, right? Like, these maps have got to come out. They've got to be good. They've got to be fun. They've got to be engaging. The story's got to be competent. They've got to fix the balance. Okay, they've got to do it, guys. You got to do it. Probably should fix Swiss as well. If they can do that, they can fully complete their redemption arc and catapult themselves back into relevancy with the expansion pack. There you go. Those are my thoughts on the trailer. What do you guys think about that?